Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Munoz Madsen, and today's reading covers Matthew 24 through 25. The old is in the new revealed, the new is in the old concealed. That is from yesterday's reflection and worship page, and I think it so perfectly explains the relationship between the Old Testament and the New Testament. There's also more there on the 400 years of silence between the two if you're interested in knowing more. So just a reminder to read those days off the reflection and worship page. Then in Matthew 24, 4 through 8, it says, Jesus told them, "Don't let anyone mislead you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah. They will deceive many, and you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately. Nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world, but all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come." So verses like this really make preppers more convinced that the end of the world is near. However, wars, famines, and earthquakes have been happening throughout history, right? So do you know any preppers? Do you know what that is? They're the people that are preparing for the end of the world by stocking up on goods that they can live on when the world comes to an end. I'm not saying we all shouldn't be prepared. Most importantly, spiritually prepared. But only a few verses later, Jesus himself says no one will know when that is. However, no one knows the day or hour when these things will happen, not even the angels in heaven or the Son himself. Only the Father knows. Matthew 24:36. Just a reminder that anyone who says they know, don't believe them. That's not truth. That's not coming from the Bible. So if someone says they know, you got to question every bit of it. And I love the suggestion at the end of today's daily walk on your appointment calendar. Pick a date later this month and add this memo. It's later than it's ever been before. Am I more prepared than I've ever been before? Great reminder for all of us. Then in Matthew 25, we read one of the most difficult parables to understand, the one about the 10 bridesmaids or virgins. So I'm including a Got Questions link for more on that. You can find it in the description of the podcast. And then the parable of the 3 servants and what they do with the bags of money they're given. This one is pretty well known and you might be familiar with it. And so I've also shared a link with more on that. And then of course this very well known parable leads to a very well known verse. To those who use well what they are given, even more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But from those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. And that's in Matthew 25:29. I'm assuming that's a verse that you've heard before, maybe with a little bit different translation, but still a very familiar verse. And I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but it really is one of my favorites. So I just had to share. So share your favorites. And if you ever have any questions, use our Facebook page for that discussion. You can ask questions, you can share your favorites. I love calling them nuggets. What are the nuggets that jumped out to you in today's reading? Tomorrow is Matthew 26 through 28. Happy reading.